Hello, I'm Michelle Hope Walker. We're going to dive right in. Today is Monday and it is July 3rd, 2017. Okay, Prodigy. Oh, gosh. I just have to pray and breathe. So, first of all, rest in heaven, rest in peace. Prodigy. That's my first things, that I want to say. And it's sad. It's another example of this Illuminati type stuff. My thing is how many people have to die, and that we're just gonna continue to just let this group do what they want to do. Just like why? So yeah, I was at the Art of Rap in Las Vegas, and let me get my little picture out to show y'all. It was actually a picture of me, Prodigy, and Havok. There it is, right there. Can y'all see it? Yeah, there you go. And so for me, it's just like eerie. That I was right around a person, because say he got sick that night, that Saturday. I didn't hear about none of this till Tuesday or Wednesday, even though he had passed, but, that I was around. That was my first time meeting Prodigy and Havok. But they were nice. Both of them were nice. I get that to both of them. They were nice. Prodigy's very nice. And then it's sad that after a person passes away, you learn more about the person, which that's what I'm always like. I'm like Master P. Let's give people their flowers while they live. You know what I'm saying? So I love how Diddy just did his movie. Pretty much can't stop, won't stop. I'm not going to wait till I die for y'all to do a movie on me. Master P is doing his movie, King of the South. And I can't wait for that to come out. But, because I remember that movement when I moved to Atlanta from outside Chicago, Illinois. Decatur, Illinois, moved to Atlanta, Georgia. Oh my gosh, Master P, that music was just pumping out. And I would go back to Decatur, Illinois and try to tell me, but they couldn't relate to it. And then years later, it became popular that down south Master P type got popular everywhere, But anyway, so giving people their flowers while they live. Stop waiting till they die for us to learn everything about them, But anyway, so I'm learning so much. Also that actually he's a descendant of the person who started Morehouse, the college in Atlanta, the all-male college in Atlanta, Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia. So then had musicians in his family. Just, a lot of talent in his family. A lot of talent, And then just realizing and learning how he has been speaking on the Illuminati for years. He even was in a play or something where they did a play about the Illuminati balls, when they be having the balls. And gosh, you know what, you all? I remember living in Atlanta, and I remember people asking me about going to these mansion balls. And I'm like, a mansion party, a mansion ball, what? Now thank God I never went to, because from what you hear that goes on at these mansions, now again, some parties are just a party at a mansion. But some of these things are Illuminati connected, and it's crazy. There'll be some stuff going on. So Prodigy had done like a play or something in relation to that. So, and then even more so, matter of fact, they're saying this music, now that's the album I want to hear, is Prodigy last album. That's one was just online, so you can Google and look at it. I want to hear that, because if you look a lot of the different social medias, because the quote unquote news or fake news is not going to tell you the real on what happened to Prodigy. You know what I'm saying? And so, but we ain't done, we know. But anyway, so that his album that was coming out was really going to be exposing a lot more of the Illuminati type stuff and the people involved. So now that's the album I will forget 444. I want to hear Prodigy album. That one I will listen to a listening party on. I would listen to that one because he trying to wake us up. He trying to keep us woke, and those that are not woke, he trying to wake us up, and whatever the case might be. That one is one. Now do some listening parties on Prodigy last album. That's and don't get me wrong, I haven't heard a lot of Prodigy music. Sometimes when I do hear it, it's like cursing. But a lot of the raps, it's a lot of cursing. But I mean, I can still be proving that point. All of us talk in different ways. I may not be one to do a lot of cursing, but a lot of people do, and that's in how they get stuff out. And that's them. I don't knock it, that's them, But, it talked about how Prodigy's last album is really exposing even more of what was going on. And let's go back to Prodigy's death. I'm just like, first of all, if I get sick in Las Vegas, please, y'all hold on to this. Make sure you save this. You can save stuff on your social media. Say this. Because y'all know I be doing comedy, music, and I travel and I do different stuff. So here's the thing. If I'm ever in Las Vegas and get sick, I just have to pray. Y'all have to pray on what doctor or hospital you going to take me to. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something about these Vegas hospitals that people go, and they may be injured, but they're not dead. But once they get in the hospital, they die. I'm like, what is going on? Same thing with Tupac. And I'm also curious, was Tupac at the same hospital that Prodigy was at? Do this hospital have a contract with the Illuminati? What's going on? Y'all know I'm a comedian. I just keep it real. I know something I call that dark comedy, but I don't know. But it's real. I'm like, do they have a contract with the Illuminati to kill folks? Because this hospital, and I don't know if it's the same hospital that killed off Tupac, but I'm just like, what is up with these hospitals? Because now even Harvick was saying that, and I shared that on my Facebook. My Facebook is Michelle Hope Walker Speaks, period, listen. Michelle Hope Walker Speaks, period, listen. Or you can just go to TMZ. It's on TMZ. Harvick did the interview with TMZ, where Harvick was saying that pretty much Prodigy was up walking. And that they were used to him going in and out the hospital because of the sick cell thing. So they're used to him going in and out the hospital. It's like if I get sick, I'm going to go to the hospital. I'm going to go to see a doctor. Don't mean I shouldn't be dying when I go to the doctor, because I pretty much know what needs to be done. So Harvick was like, we already, they already knew usually what needed. He just stay in there for a couple of days, he get better, get strengthened back up, and then he's out. So he was talking about how he was even up walking around, so he was getting better. So Harvick was talking about when he heard that he had passed, he thought somebody was playing with him and lying to him. He thought it was just like another rumor going around. People always try to do rumors that somebody's dead and they're not really dead. So how eerie, And then they said an egg. Now, don't get me wrong. The older we get, we can choke off. I'm not older, but I am older. And I've had my experiences with an egg. Especially boiled eggs. When they dry and they can't really, and I know them eggs in the hospital sometimes, they do be like dry, and stuff get caught up in your throat. You got, trying to get it out, So, but to die over it. But don't get me wrong, you can get choked and die. But I'm like, you in a hospital, and where's the button for the nurse where you push, where then the nurse runs? And considering that, he was in the hospital, usually most of the rooms are around a nurse desk. Usually the hospital rooms are usually all around. I visited enough people that, so sister be on that duty where God say, go and visit the sick and shut in. I be on my duty, God. But anyway, so usually the hospitals, the nurses floor right there, and then the rooms are all around there, so your nurses aren't too far from you anyway, most cases. Sometimes you do have hallways that have to go, hospitals are made up differently. But, so that was just the first thing, just eerie. Then, now that I'm learning more about him and how much he had talked about the Illuminati and was trying to fight the Illuminati, being that superhero. I keep telling you, we gotta be superheroes, fighting Illuminati fighters. Illuminati fighters, we are going to save people, So, no, some people talking about freedom fighter. That's the first thing coming. I was like, freedom fighter. No, Illuminati fighter. To fight this Illuminati to get free. Anyway, so it's just like, and then Nas. Where did this come from? Nas. Out the blue. They kept talking about Nas was the first one that broke the news. Nas? Because then, I haven't read detailed everything, but at one time Prodigy and Nas didn't get along or something didn't go right. Now again, they may have made up and everything was cool, but still, what an interesting person to be the first one to break the news that Prodigy had passed away. Interesting. Now I do want to see that Nas concert with Lauryn Hill. I can't wait to see it because Lauryn Hill, that's another Illuminati fighter. Because they came after Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill like, she's like, I'm going off the grid. And sometimes you have to do that. You got to go off the grid, meaning shutting down all communication. When people can't reach you, can't touch you, go to a whole nother country and figure this stuff out. And even there, they try to follow you. We seen that in the Tupac movement, how they was following Tupac mom because they were mad about her involvement in the Black Panther Party and all the standing up she was doing, and her husband, how I say his name, Matula was doing. No, I didn't say that right, y'all, so forgive me. But so we already know people will follow you, and I believe sometimes these FBI and these different folks, they can be connected with Illuminati too. So they got people everywhere in politics and everything, you know what I'm saying? That's why I can say I'm not too mad about Trump winning, because I really seen Trump as beating that Illuminati. Trump ain't dumb. Trump know that group exists. But Trump is an example that, again, love him or hate him, he's still a good example that I believe he beat out the Illuminati because they put all that money in Hillary and they just knew. And they had tricked the public so much, trying to make Hillary look like an angel. We knew darn well she was far from an angel, But they tried to brainwash us, and people woke up and people was like, no, we ain't buying it. No, Illuminati, you ain't getting ready to pull this one over us. We may not really like Trump, but we don't want Hillary. Oh, well. So, we know what that Illuminati can do. So, back to Prodigy. I don't know, just sad. I really wish I would have gotten to know him more when he was alive. But then that helps us to, when someone dies around us that we were close to, or that we had just met, or that we just had got a chance to in person, be around and talk to, and then the next minute they're gone. It's a reminder for us to love your family, friends, and reach out to the people that God put in your spirit to reach out to. Remember a family member was telling me that on how they kept feeling like God was telling them to contact a person. We just get busy. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll contact them tomorrow, or I'm doing this right now. I'll contact them next week. Then come to find out by the time they did contact the person, come to find out the lady was dead. Oh, that's eerie too. Because you just get to one. I mean, that happened to me with my aunt one time, a distant aunt. She had been calling me and, I wanted to, reach out to her. Every time she called, I was so busy. And I was like, okay, I'm going to call you. And then I was like, okay, I got to take the time to stop and call. Because when I call, I sometimes like to make sure I'm giving people my full attention. But even now, I just still answer my phone. With family, especially family, friends, people I know, I answer that phone. Even if I got to tell them, hey, I'm doing something, I have to call you back. But I answer because you never know what is going on, And then shortly after that, she passed. And I was like, oh, my gosh. So you got to give people their flowers while they're alive. If God put people in your spirit, go meet with them and talk to them. I'm not saying everybody around you at the time just because they come to your mind. But I'm saying you just don't know. So it's better to give people their flowers while they're alive versus something happening and then you like, oh, Yeah. So, rest in heaven, rest in peace, Prodigy. Which I'm a believer that, his spirit still lives. He's there. He's watching over us and, and everything like that. Yeah, but for me, it was just, oh my gosh. And I enjoyed the art of rap. Everything went very smoothly at the Las Vegas one. Got a chance to actually talk to Ice-T, and Ice-T was cool. Mick, Benson, just so many people, that just work hard putting the art of rap together, so I really felt blessed, I was right there, all access pass, backstage, VIP, go Hope, go Hope, go Hope. That's my nickname, Michelle Hope Walker. So nobody just say Hope. But, so, and so that enabled me to be right there with everybody. I was able to be right there with everyone, all the different artists and different people and and meet Prodigy and take pictures with him, and and everything. So thank you, Mick Benson, for that. And of course, my busy bee, and he is a busy bee, busy bee Starsky. And let's see here. But yeah, so that's the key thing. And we just stay praying. And I know sometimes we get so caught up on how did Prodigy die? How did, But, and we can try to piece that together. But the key thing I want to see everyone pull from is, one, give people their flowers while they're living. Don't wait till they die. For those people in the entertainment industry, whatever industry, because the Illuminati is not just in the entertainment industry. They're in politics, sports, and all kind of industries. You'll know as soon as you get some money or you look like you're about to come up on something, you may get a visit. You know what I'm saying? But that more people will stand up and speak out against this group. They are only able to operate, the Illuminati is only able to operate because people continue to give them that power. But when people stand up and speak up on the wrong that the Illuminati and that group is doing to people and how they, killing off people. And, because you got to watch these businesses be taking insurance policies out on people. So they get low on money. All of a sudden you end up dead because they need to cash in your policy for some money. It's that crazy, y'all. It is that crazy in this industry. So know who got insurance policies on you. Because some of y'all don't even know your employer got insurance policies on you. Check and see. Ask, do you have an insurance policy on me? And don't be thinking, oh, well, I'm not in entertainment industry. Doctors, nurses, CNAs. You know what I'm saying? People take insurance policies out on people not because they care about you and your family, because your family may not even know when you gone that you had that insurance policy. Because the person took the insurance policy out so that they can get the money. Not you and your family. Think. That's why I have to tell people to think. Think. That's what we gotta think. Which that'd be interesting to know too. Who had a insurance policy on Prodigy? That's something folks need to look up. But anyway, we don't want to get too, focused on what happened to Prodigy. I mean, it's good for us to be woke about it because then that alerts us to other things, and what we doing in this entertainment industry. I work in the entertainment industry. I do a lot of things in the entertainment industry and a lot of, political, a lot of stuff like that. So, we got to stay woke, so you don't be next. But, so we use it to learn, we use this to learn, and we just stay prayed up, and I pray that people are helping Prodigy's family and being there, because it was a sudden death, not a planned death, so his family is still having challenges, I'm sure, on dealing with this and stuff like that. Now, here's something, too, I heard. Now, I don't know if this is just social media or what, but I heard Havoc didn't go to the funeral. That gets eerie, too. Now, I did take a picture with both of them, and they was together on that day. But, sometimes people will perform together for that money. Got to get my money, and we're a group, so I got to, come on, we got to perform, And then they have video out there of Havoc saying certain things about Prodigy, that wasn't good, that was negative. But I mean, you used to think about it's like family. When you're around people for so long, after a while, you get to work on each other's nerves or whatever the case might be. But the thing is, you all don't always put all your stuff out there in public, Whatever happened to the narrative of that, okay, if it's a problem, our home narrative, so if there's a problem, it stay in the home. We deal with it at home. We don't talk about it, but, that theory or, so whatever happened in the group, we do it together. But we ain't going disperse out our negative, thoughts of each other, whatever the case might be. I'm talking about Havoc and Prodigy if they had, negative thoughts about, I don't know. But Havoc didn't go to the funeral. I'm just like, Because, so we have to stay prayed up. And Havoc, I could be wrong. Maybe you did go to the funeral. Maybe, we have social media can come up with some stuff too. But, or maybe he just was so emotional he really had a hard time on trying to handle it or deal with it. I don't know. I'm always trying to give a person a way out. I'm not not quick to accuse people of working with the Illuminati, although I know it exists. You you always try to give people the benefit of that something else. But you do have to watch the Illuminati because they will get people around you, family, friends, folks that you're close to, to turn on you and do some stuff to you. So you just gotta stay woke, y'all. Basically, just stay praying. Oh my gosh. Your relationship with God. Oh my gosh. If I didn't have a relationship with God, I couldn't even be doing all this stuff on this video. I'd be like, oh my gosh. But I got God. I'd be like, oh, the devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. I'm going to speak the truth. Speak truth to power. The devil is a lie. We're going to save some folks. The devil is a lie. You know that God is watching over you, regardless of what that Illuminati tried to do. God got you. That's what you mean. Don't be afraid to go in the entertainment industry, politics, or whatever you're going to do. Like I said, the Illuminati group is in everything. But don't be afraid. You go after it. But when you approach with that demonic type stuff that they want to try to get you to do wrong, to get right, and all this other, sleep with people, want you to kill people, want you to set people up, and all that. When it gets, you just say, no, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not going to do that. And keep moving. Because the devil cannot stop what God got for you. So the Illuminati can have all the little demonic spirits and devil demonic stuff going on, but you still stay prayed up with God. God got you. God will watch over you. God will still help you to prosper. Like I told you all, I've seen this with Cat Williams. I've seen this with Suge Knight. We've just seen it with Bill Cosby, because they only come after you when you have money and they want to try to get your money, or you decide you're not going to do what they tell you to do, and then they get mad. They're like, oh, no, you don't do what we want you to do. So they start trying to do all this different stuff in your life, negative stuff in your life to try to make you, which also I'd seen something where they talked about with T.I., that T.I. was one that was standing against the Illuminati in that little group, but when they put him in jail, and I remember that I was in Atlanta, we literally, because we was outside the BET hip hop, I'm telling y'all, I've been in this game for years. I be everywhere. We was in Atlanta, we literally watched T.I. go past, and he went down to, it was down in the corner on Ponce de Leon. Was that Ponce? He was going on, Lord. It was by the Atlanta Civic Center. That's that year that he BET Hip Hop Awards for Atlanta Civic Center. And I'm talking about T.I. getting caught on these guns. And don't even know these really was his guns. Because see, that's the thing with the Illuminati. They'll plant stuff on you. And they make it look like you did it. And they put all these actors and people around you to try to say, yeah, I seen it. They ain't seen nothing. But anyway, so, remember he went down. The next thing we start hearing that he got arrested. We was like, well, we just seen T.I. How did he get arrested? I was like, well, first thing I was like, he should have went to that store. He should have stayed inside the BD. But around that time, too, was a lot of beef. Same thing again, beef going on that he wanted to make sure he was protected. But even then, I'm like, his security has the right, because a lot of times security officers, you all, that be keeping the celebrity secure are usually off-duty police officers. Or they are the type of security guards that they're armed security guards that they can carry guns. So that's not new to have a gun around. I'm so tired of the scenario that when you black and got a gun, they just automatically assume you about to do something wrong. White people and other races carry guns all the time, and it's all okay. But as soon as a black person got a gun, that's why I don't ever get alarmed just because somebody say, oh, well, they had a gun. They didn't do that wrong because they had a gun. Was that gun registered to them? Was it their gun? I mean, just because they had a gun, that could be for protection. That don't mean they was about to do something wrong with the gun, So, but yeah, so and the other thing I remember is that they wouldn't let T.I. out. So I'm like, that might be a point. Sounds like the Illuminati. Because the executives, I remember, because when you're in the A, and it happened in the A, you hear all the first news because you're right there. I'm living in Atlanta. And I mean, executives was putting their houses up, money. Everybody was trying to get T.I. out because he was bringing them a lot of money. Not that they cared a lot about T.I., but because that game don't always love you, but they do love the money that you make them. So they were trying to get T.I. out, and the judge was like, nope, no money in the world. It's about to get him out. And I'm like, ooh. Yeah, because I had a thing with T.I. before T.I. jumped on stage with me one time when I was performing on Peachtree at the little comedy thing. He thought I was going to talk bad about him. I didn't. But you know what? After T.I. got out of jail, the next encounter I had with T.I. was very positive. I said, oh, Lord, that was a humbling experience then for T.I. But anyway, every time I see him, since then, he got out of jail, he's been a whole lot more humble, But anyway, so they were just talking about that. Basically, they forced T.I. to be a part of the Illuminati. In a sense, because they weren't about to let him out of jail, and they were threatening to put him in there, there just a lot of stuff about to go down. And so I think some stuff may have still happened. I don't know if he still had to do some time or whatever, but it was, I guess, a lot less than what it could have been if he didn't, quote unquote, bow down to Illuminati. Now again, I don't know almost what I'm just putting out there. Stuff that I've heard and pieced together, you know what I'm saying? But, when you get to listen, a lot of stuff do be making sense, and they do explain why this and that and that. It's, you're right. You know what I'm saying? So, either day, I just pray and let God lead me on who I work with and what I do with this and that. Because you got to stay prayed up. Don't just get out here and just be working with anybody, because you don't know who is what and who's connected with what, who's sleeping with who. So, anyway. Prodigy. So rest in peace, Prodigy. Rest in heaven, Prodigy. And again, thank you, Prodigy. Thank you, Prodigy, for talking about the Illuminati and not afraid. You've left us plenty of interviews, and can't wait to hear your album, your last album that you had out, to give us insight on what was going on. So thank you for that. And that's how we want a life live, that we leave information for the next generation. We leave, even if, again, the Illuminati and the mainstream society try to brainwash you to say, oh, that's conspiracy theory. Oh, that's not really true. Well, you all think about it. I mean, if somebody's trying to, do wrong to you, do you really think they want you to hear somebody tell you about the wrong that they're trying to do to you? No, they want you to stay asleep. They don't want you to get woke. So, of course, they're going to try to make the person look bad, try to say they're crazy, or try to act like they don't know what they're talking about. I mean, and I know I'm not saying you got to believe everything you hear. Let's just say, my theory, just stay prayed up. God, your spirit will be like, okay, this could have something to it. And this, and at the end of the day, the key things, we got to live our life. We got to do what God called and told us to do. But for me, what this does is continue to help me to know, watch who you communicating with. Number one, stay prayed up, and in your relationship with God. Stay prayed up, Bible read up, hearing the word, praising God, stay in God. In the name of Jesus, stay in God. That's the first thing it does for me. And then it just wakes you up to stuff. Watch who you communicating with. Watch what you do. Watch what you see as, what you value in different things. Some of the stuff we value, you all, is like, what that song is like, in the wind. It just blow by. It don't even mean, or read Ecclesiastes in the Bible, chapter 3, where it talks about time. So, God is good. Be blessed. Rest in peace, Prodigy. And, thank you for all that you've done. I'm Michelle Hope Walker. God bless.